Hope you had an awesome day. I'm actually sitting in my car right now about to head home. But I did want to come on at a reasonable hour and talk to you guys about the second part of my series in eating organic. So I was wondering, have you guys, because this has been me on numerous occasions, have you ever stood over the egg fridge and just stared at the eggs for 10 minutes? What in the world am I supposed to get? There's brown eggs, there's white eggs, there's cage-free, there's free range, who knows, what the heck does all this mean? And there's organic, there's vegetarian fed, what the heck does all this stuff mean? I often find myself standing there just staring at the eggs, and particularly for 10 minutes, because I never know what to get. And it wasn't until recently, actually, that I learned some more about that. So today what I wanted to talk to you guys about was all of these crazy fancy terms: nitrate-free, cage-free, free range, all natural, all that kind of stuff, and what it means, and what it actually means for us, in terms of health and what we should be eating and shouldn't be eating and all that good stuff. So yesterday we talked about organic. So we know obviously organic is anything that's as close to nature as it was intended to be. But today I want to talk a little bit about, first I want to talk about all natural. So you see something that says all natural, and it sounds like it's probably something good that you should have, right? So that could be the case, and it could not be the case, and here's why. So the FDA defines all natural as something that doesn't have any added colors, that has no artificial flavors, and no synthetic substances. But it's not really regulated. So they can put all natural on a bag of Cheetos. You go in the organic section, they have those not organic, but all natural Cheetos. I mean, seriously, what about a Cheeto is natural? I mean, nothing. You put those suckers out in the rain and you leave them out there for 2 weeks, and they're going to look the exact same when you go back as they did when you put them out there. I'm not going to sit here and knock on Cheetos because I personally love me some Cheetos. However, in terms of all natural, I'm just using it as a point. So really, the FDA defines what you can say is all natural. If it follows those requirements that I just listed out, then generally you can list it. But it's very subjective. So you can say something's all natural, but it could contain corn syrup, because some companies consider corn syrup to be natural because it's made from corn, but I mean, it's processed, right? So it's really not natural. So also a lot of all natural products will they'll pump in extra sodium and all that good stuff. So go at it with what you will, but seeing something that says all natural doesn't necessarily mean that it's good for you. So the next two that I want to talk about, this is definitely in terms of eggs, are free range and cage free. So when I said, I stand over the egg aisle forever wondering which ones I should get. Should I get brown? Should I get white? Should I get normal eggs? Should I get cage free? Should I get there's so many options, and I never know what's the best. But I've learned actually recently that what the cage-free and free-range really means is just that those animals were not, they had access to the outdoors. How much access they have to the outdoors, I really don't know. But it's more in terms of the way the animals were treated, not really defining the nutritional value for us. So really, cage-free, free-range eggs don't have really any more nutritional value, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm learning as I go here, so if you have additional insight on this, please feel free to comment. But they really don't have that much more nutritional value than a regular egg. Now, organic eggs are a little bit different, only because those eggs have been fed organic feed, not any kind of byproducts of animals or things like that. It is more of it's a very vegetarian diet, and using feed that does not contain GMOs and things like that. So organic eggs may be a little bit better for us, but in general, if you want to buy regular eggs, don't sweat it. I've learned that, and because I shop at Aldi, so they do sell organic eggs there, and I will pick them up from time to time. But sometimes, the regular eggs are 79 cents, so I just pick those up. It's not going to kill me. So the other thing that I want to talk about was antibiotic-free and hormone-free, and I don't want to talk too much about this today because we did discuss it yesterday. But if you see anything that says antibiotic-free or hormone-free, it just means that those particular animals were not fed antibiotic diets or hormone injections, or however they administer those hormones. I have no idea if it's in their food or if it's injected or however it is, but those products do not contain those. And so for me, I buy chicken. Sometimes I'll buy that hormone-free chicken, but I've heard that chickens, they really, I mean, sometimes they'll add, they will feed them animal byproducts to make them bigger, but I don't know, and if you know this, comment below, but I don't think they really add a whole lot of hormones and stuff to chicken. When it comes to beef, you know, I actually eat, my husband's a hunter, so we constantly have a freezer full of venison. So I don't really buy beef that much, to be completely honest, but I do like organic beef. Personally, I think it tastes better, and it just, you know, could be, depending on, you know, if it is hormone-free and antibiotic-free, which I learned yesterday. There are a lot more regulations on antibiotics, so only give them to sick animals, and they don't sell meat products, at least for chickens or eggs or milk, that are from those animals that have had antibiotics. So thank you, Rachel, for providing that information to me. That's awesome. And then the last one that I want to talk about is nitrate-free. So nitrates you will find in nitrates you will find in foods like deli meats and hot dogs and sausage and things like that. Nitrates and nitrites are actually added to food to preserve it to last longer, but also to add color. And they have been, research shows, proven to cause cancer. But, you know, again, depending on, if you're eating deli meats and hot dogs and sausage all day long, then, you know, you probably have a lot to worry about. If you're pregnant, maybe you want to stay away from it. You know, giving kids hot dogs for every meal, probably not a good idea. But, you know, if you do eat a lot of them, obviously you want to choose the nitrate-free. But nitrates aren't always, I mean, those particular nitrates could be bad, just because they're artificial nitrates made by potassium nitrate, I think. But there's a lot of nitrates that just occur in the soil, so a lot of vegetables have them, so they're not all bad. But when it comes to the processed nitrates, those are the ones you kind of want to stay away from. So you can look for nitrate-free turkey and all that kind of stuff. But in general, you probably want to stay from processed meats for the most part. I mean, I like hot dogs, you know, and I eat turkey, but, you know, obviously, like, I don't eat it for every meal. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that was helpful. Tomorrow, I'm coming back, and I'm actually going to get into more details with you on which fruits and vegetables are the best ones to buy organic, which ones you don't need to buy organic. I'm going to help you save some money in the grocery store. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.